Hello everybody, it's the 20th of May today, and I'm going to do this video, very quick one, as an update on my walnut bonsai, which I've almost lost a couple of times. I've had this tree 30 something years. It's been infested by insects and stripped bare at times. 2, maybe 3 years ago, it almost died completely. I had a bad case of vine weevil, which ate all the main roots of this tree. It had very little root. There is a link in the playlist where you can go back and see the emergency repot I did with that. But as you can see, it's regained its health. It did very little last year, but it has regained its health this year and has been growing away strongly. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this piece of dead wood. Maybe I will carve it this year. Now that the roots have recovered and the tree has recovered sufficiently to take a bit of carving, perhaps I'll carve this piece. Let's give you a look at that. Gives you some evidence of the traumas this tree has been through. When I got this tree, I knew nothing about bonsai. Yes, even less than I know now. And as I said, nearly killed it a few times. Insects nearly killed it, and vine weevil nearly got it. But at the last, I'm confident now it's going to survive this last attack, and it's been treated for vine weevils religiously autumn and winter since, and so I need to do something to trim it back, otherwise it's going to become a large walnut tree, not a bonsai tree. First thing I need to do is take this wire off, which is cutting in. I've left it too long really. It has left some scars, as I feared it would, but it's easy to do when you've got a lot of trees. Now, I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to prune this back like so, and I'm going to prune this back to a downward facing bud like so. And I'm going to prune this, and then I'm going to wire this. So anchor that in place. Just reusing the same bit of wire I just took off, and I'm just going to ask that branch to just very kindly chill out that way. That's better. Okay. Move you up the tree. I got this very vigorous shoot here, which isn't really doing a lot for me, but I think I can wire it thusly. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, I'll put the wire in place. This joint between old and new is going to be very fragile, so I need to be careful there. With bated breath, listening for a snap. Yeah, okay, and then snip here, hopefully that without break in a downwards direction, fingers crossed. Okay, back to the front. Okay, yeah, alright, I can live with that. And then if we come up to the growing tip, a bit of an issue where we have a long gap and 2 shoots. And I'm gonna lose. This one's coming too far forward. Tree is leaning forward. Let's go with the leaning back a little. So I'm going to take that. Now I think I still need to do something with these. Okay, so I'm using a single piece of wire. And this branch, I want to go out and back some. Let's try and fill in that backward dimension. And this one, I'm happy if it just comes down a little. Okay, and then finally I'm going to pinch out the very growing tip there. Okay. Well, they say it's the 20th of May. I don't want to weaken this tree terribly, so I'm not going to defoliate it entirely, but I am going to reduce its leaf mass by cutting off most of these compound leaves and just leaving a bit of each. In the hope that it'll throw out some extra back buddings. It will back bud it will shoot some extra shoots. It'll back bud. It'll do the back buddy shoot thing. And you know what I mean. Then, great. Somebody shout take 2. Put all these leaves back on, so that I can speak into English proper, like what I'm supposed to, whilst I cut them off again. What do you mean it doesn't work like that? I don't suppose it do. Okay, so that's it. That's all the work I'm going to do to this tree for now. I'm going to pop it back on the bench somewhere amongst all this debris. I've got the oldie drinks can for scale, and with that, so it doesn't get in the way of the turntable, and then I can give you a quick 360 of my surviving walnut, and maybe next month or something we'll come back and have a look at it, and I might get the carver out, see if it still works after it's been sat in the shed for ages, and see about giving this a bit of a carving. Make sure you subscribe so you get advance warning of when that happens. Hopefully when the new sets of leaves come in, they will have reduced from this to something a little bit more manageable. Either way, I'm not terribly upset about trees that leaves don't reduce. I often like to look at my trees when they're in their winter mode, as it were, and you can see all of the branches. I often think deciduous trees look better when they're bare than they do when they're in full leaf. So, and this one's certainly got a certain something about it. Reminds me a little bit of an elephant seal in some ways. Anyway, that's all there is for this one. I'll just say thank you so much for watching. Do all the usual YouTube things, the liking, subscribing, comment below, But most of all, please, 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 stay safe everybody.